Well, it started a couple of years ago where Republicans, libertarians, independents started calling the United States out as a banana republic. Why? Because we had a president, we'll have a president who's looking to indict and imprison his political rival. That's pretty much a banana republic. Guess what? The Democrats were way ahead of us. They were calling out this banana republic crap years ago. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. Excuse me. This is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel, your home of inner city intelligence. So like I said, the Democrats were on this a long time ago. They've been calling out the banana republic in the United States long before the Republicans, libertarians, and independents. And let's just jump right into it.
Now that he's got the right attorney general in position to do it, we now know they really have been trying to gin up criminal prosecutions and criminal investigations into the president's perceived enemies, politically motivated persecution, right? Courtesy of Bill Barr. I'll roll in the FBI on you. That's how banana republics work, right?
The home of the 45th president of the United States has been raided by the FBI.
That's how you run a banana republic, babes.
Mr. Trump is using the Justice Department to go after his perceived enemies. I feel worried about the prospect of the Justice Department being used as a tool of this president or any.
Or any president. She's worried then. I wonder how she feels right now. She's probably crapping her pants every time she wakes up, terrified about a president who's using the FBI, DOJ, and IRS to persecute his political rival. Oh, what? Is it Biden? It's good. Keep going.
In our little banana republic, any capable prosecutor can get a grand jury to hand down an indictment of something as innocent as a ham sandwich.
Except if it's a Republican attorney general and he's trying to indict a Democrat who worked for Clinton or Obama or Biden. Then that ham sandwich, it's walking free.
An indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump.
Breaking news on former President Trump. He's been indicted for the fourth time in 5 months.
Those are 4 bananas. 1 banana for each indictment. So we're a 4 banana republic right there.
Barr, on the president's behalf, is weaponizing the Justice Department.
Even Andy Kaufman, back from the dead, former comedian Andy Kaufman, he agrees that behavior like that is strict, straight up banana republic stuff right there. Oh, I mean, Adam Schiff. Sorry about that. Sorry, Andy. I mean, Adam. Anyway.
To go after the president's enemies. When you win an election, you don't seek to just prosecute the losing side.
Exactly.
President using the Justice Department as
Oh, look, it's Don Smith. Don Smith. It's Don Lemon. It's been so long, I forgot about the guy. Someone hire him. He was hilarious.
a weapon to get what he wants.
Department of Justice is totally politicized.
Chris Matthews, I used to watch him too. He's no longer with us, at least the employed. They nailed him and got rid of him before Biden got in office. Must have been a trickle down his leg or something like that. But he's kind of missed too, because I did watch him when I was younger. He was actually not all that bad, but he lost his mind over Trump.
Sticking the Department of Justice on political opponents, threatening to imprison his political rival, Banana Republic style.
Trying to exact revenge against all of his enemies, Tin Pot Dictator and a Banana Republic.
Wow, he got in two. Tin Pot Dictator and Banana Republic. Give that man some props, man. I mean, getting those metaphors in there.
He's acting more like a Banana Republic dictator.
He's using government resources.
She's actually kind of cute, even though she doesn't really like guys. But she's the worst press secretary on record by far. Still cute.
To go after his political opponent.
Essentially, we are a Banana Republic. That we are seeking to have a bogus and criminal investigation into a political opponent.
And that's using the Department of Justice to also target Trump's political opponent for nefarious reasons. This is a massive abuse of power and a betrayal of our values.
The President of the United States is targeting a family member of a...
He looks like he's about to cry. He should be on CNN instead of MSNBC. CNN, Crime Negro Network. But anyway.
Political opponent. This is the type of thing that happens in a banana republic.
And trying to take out a political rival in Joe Biden.
Criminally investigating an American political rival, someone the president is worried about losing to in the next election.
To investigate my principal opponent or a principal opponent in the upcoming election. Houston, we have a problem.
Don't you think that's something that should be investigated when the incumbent political party opens a counterintelligence investigation?
I'll give Saul Weisman some respect. Weisenberg. He actually complained about this being an issue with Trump, and he's on Biden's case too. So home dude is consistent. Got to give him some respect for that. So give him a shout out. Go ahead, Saul.
Investigation on the candidate of the opposing party.
We know Trump is itching to politicize the Justice Department, and the Attorney General has been super shady.
The president is weaponizing the Department of Justice to bring cases against his enemies. The Department of Justice is in an existential crisis.
Again, it's yet another example of the Justice Department basically losing all of its independence in this administration.
This is now about corrupting the next election. And for me, this was
too late. They already corrupted that one, and they're working on the one in 2024 as well. So get with the program, Joe Lockhart. You're way behind the Democrats.
Crossing the red line. A president who is actively trying to potentially steal the upcoming election.
But to try to take out a political rival. The end goal being 2020.
Donald Trump and his attorney general are using the Justice Department. The only difference between this and a banana republic is that Trump does not eat fruit.
Not funny, and he looks like he was about to cry himself. What happened to late night comedy? It died. Trump was the funniest guy on TV from 2016 to 2020. Late night comedy died, and it's never come back.
2020 election is really the last chance we have to stop our system from fully sliding into a corrupt banana republic.
Bill Barr has done everything that Donald Trump has wanted him to do. Yeah. We're living in a banana republic right now.
When you start using the Justice Department to go after your enemies, that's very, very dangerous.
Donald Trump is using the Department of Justice to go after his enemies.
Oh, wow. One of the 51 experts, intelligence experts, who swore up and down that Hunter's laptop was Russian disinformation. Very trustworthy source of information right there.
Any way that he can.
Having the head of the chief federal law enforcement agency essentially working on his behalf to investigate a political rival.
Yeah, that'd be Biden. Yeah, pretty much.
Investigate the family of a political opponent. Basically, banana republic behavior.
We're no better than some, some banana republic.
And is using the abuse of power in every...
And there we are, the head of the Biden crime family himself, Joe Biden.
Element of the presidency to try to do something to smear me.
Did he say schmear? Like he's at a Jewish deli getting some lox or something? He's trying to schmear me. Besides the New York and me coming out, I don't know what the hell's up with Biden.
We just have to demonstrate that he will not take power if he does run.
All right, so there we go. So didn't they sound like they were talking about Biden? It's almost like they worked. Biden just took some notes from those guys because they straight up just said what's happening right now. They're maybe like Nostradamus. They saw it coming. What were the Democrats so upset about in 2019 and 2020? Why they were screaming Banana Republic? Here's what it was. After the Mueller report came out showing that the 2.5, almost 3-year investigation of Trump, Russia collusion, it was all fake. It was a hoax. It was garbage. The FBI should have never run with that story and investigated Trump. And so Bill Barr, who was the AG at the time, he thought, might be a good idea to kind of look into why this happened. How did this investigation get out of control? Why did the FBI even go as far as investigate a candidate and then sitting president. That's unprecedented. So the American people wanted to know. Bill Barr wanted to know. So that's why he assigned John Durham to the case to just investigate. So the Democrats lost their minds because they didn't want anyone to know. Just like, okay, so FBI screwed up. They investigated for a couple of years. They tied up the president. We got to call him a Russian colluder, a Russian collateral or client or whatever. So what? Just move on. Move on to the impeachment or something. So they didn't want us to know. So that's why they were freaking out, because John Durham was on the case. So what was the result? Really nothing. It was a report. The Durham report just told us what we knew already, that Hillary Clinton was behind the false allegations of Trump-Russia collusion. The FBI knew it was false and investigated anyway because they hated Donald Trump. Look, back in 2017, when his hand came off the Bible's inauguration day, they were talking about impeaching him. So no one is surprised that the FBI hoax was a hoax. It was just garbage. Just like the Hunter laptop is Russian collusion thing. They use Russia, like they use racism. It's just a thing the Democrats do. But again, we're a banana republic because we wanted to find out why they tried this bull crap. So here's one of the results right here. Okay, so we had Michael Sussman. He was an attorney. He was the one who helped bring the information to the FBI about the whole Russia collusion hoax. So why he was indicted? Because he lied to the FBI. What was the lie? He said when the FBI asked, hey, John Q. Citizen, you have all this interesting information on Trump. Are you representing a political party? Because this could be a political hit job. And Michael Sussman said, oh, hell no. I'm just a regular citizen walking in off the street to hand in all this documentation to the FBI. Run with it, fellas. I don't represent anyone. Okay, as you can see here, Clinton campaign lawyer. He worked for Hillary Clinton. So that's why we all know all of this came from Hillary. It was just a campaign schmear that turned out, it turned into a big investigation and FISA warrants and all that stuff to go after Trump and hobble him for most of his time in office. That's what it was about. The only conviction the John Durham's ever able to get was this guy, ex-FBI lawyer, avoids prison after admitting he doctored email in the investigation of Trump's 2016 campaign. Prosecutors asked that Kevin Kleinsmith, 38, spend several months in prison, for lying to get a warrant that started off this entire investigation to tie up the country for 3 years. That just hampered President Trump's ability to run the country. Still did a better job than Clinton, Bush, or Biden, or Obama. But still, who's only going to get a couple of months? Put his ass in jail. Anyway, so they said probation would be more appropriate. Kleinsmith pleaded guilty last summer to altering an email that one of his colleagues used in preparing the application to surreptitiously, I can't even pronounce words, monitor former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page during the Bureau's 2016 investigation of Russia election interference. So he admitted he lied. He admitted he broke the law and altered evidence, and he didn't do any time at all. He didn't even lose his law license. He just got a year's probation, slap on the wrist, and he's out of there. Poor Carter Page, you might remember him. He was he was being interviewed quite a bit a couple of years ago. And he tried to sue because he was falsely accused. His name was dragged through the mud. He got death threats. He was turned down. They said, nope, you can't sue. So, yeah, that's DC justice. That's a banana republic. So where are all the cries from all these people at MSNBC and CNN now that they set the standard that a president who's just investigating, not even convicting or throwing in jail or indicting, his political rivals, that's a banana republic. Where are they now? Now that Biden's gone way past banana republic. Someone should ask them questions. Someone in the media should just play this video that I got from a guy on X, Twitter, and just play it and trace all these people down and chase them down and ask them, where are we now on this Banana Republic thing? I think you and I already know the answer, that they would just run from the camera and just hide their heads in shame. I don't think they have shame, but I'd like to see that happen. But hey, that's my take on this. What's yours? Like, share, comment, and subscribe.